Hello guys, how are you doing? Thank you very much for joining me today. So today is episode 22 of my Inspirations podcast. So this is a podcast about knitting and about yarn dyeing and about mainly Tricot and Stitch. So my shop, you can find me on Etsy. My shop is on Etsy, so you can find yarn and knitting goodies, mainly aimable. And we will be talking about aimable a lot today. You can also find me on Ravelry. I have a shop there with my patterns. You will find all the useful links in the show notes just below the episode on YouTube. You can also find me on Instagram. The most important link of all is the newsletter. This is the best way to keep in touch with me. When you subscribe, you get a free pattern. It's for a shawl, the Jimmy shawl. And also, it's the best way to keep in touch and to make sure you're not missing anything. Because, you know, Instagram, even if I'm there a lot, you are not sure to see what I publish, unfortunately. So, just a few remarks before we start with this week's content. So again, I'm sorry. Yeah, I tried changing modes, and actually it's worse because it won't focus on the things I'm showing to you up close. So I'm going to keep on using this mode, but I don't know how I can manage to keep the camera locked on my face. Yeah, I'll find a way. What did I want to tell you? What else? Oh yes, today for you guys it's November the 30th. I'm recording this on Friday the 27th, but for you it's November the 30th, so that means it's the last day to enter your projects in the Tricot and Stitch permanent monthly call. So for November it's the last day today. The deadline is midnight Paris time, so I don't know from where you are watching me, but it's midnight Paris time. And so you can play along with, well, you can post your Tricot and Stitch project, be it yarn, pattern, or both, for a double entry in the Ravelry group. The link is in the show notes, or on Instagram with the hashtag here, Tricot and Stitch FO Fanfare Nov 2020. Starting tomorrow, December the 1st, it will be a whole new cal with new prizes from December 1st to December the 31st. So last day today to enter. The prizes are 2 skeins. There will be 2 winners. It's 2 skeins of baby yak and silk. One is a very beautiful cold blue called Balt, and the other one is variegated in autumnal shades, and it's called Wonderland. And again, I forgot to take the prizes with me. If you pop on Ravelry, you can see them at the top of the discussion thread. That's it for the, you know, all the announcements. Oh, last one. Thank you so much for tagging your projects with Tricot and Stitch, hashtag Tricot and Stitch. I mean, I'm browsing it every day and it's a treat. Thank you so much. Okay, guys, so Slipstravaganza. So, your guess. Did I throw it away? Did I bury it in the garden? Or did I work on it and almost finish it? And am I on the last row? I'm on the last row. So the last row of the large border, and I'm so proud of myself. In French we say on lâche rien. You don't let anything go, and that's what I did. Je n'ai rien lâché, and I'm so close to be finished. So my new goal is to finish this and be able to show you my finished Slipstravaganza is in next week's episode. So as you can see, I knitted all the stripes, the 6 stripes of contrasting colors, and now I've just started the very last right side row, and then it's bind off on the wrong side row. I got bind off for 950 stitches. But I'm so glad I stuck, and I'm so glad I didn't give it up, and it's going to be finished, and I think I will be starting next week's episode with it on me and saying like, yeah, I finished it, yes, here it is. So for the time being, I'm sporting the absolutely gorgeous and absolutely huge Lady Amélia. I'm going to stand up. I don't know if you can see it. I think two episodes ago it was on the wall behind me. Now I'm putting it on my shoulders. It's the very big version, the one with which is knitted with mohair held together with a fingering weight yarn throughout. It's very big. When it's just laying on my shoulders like this, the ends are touching the ground. So it's so big, but I mean, it doesn't have to be so big. What I like about that version is the play on texture. You can see there, you see some places you have only the mohair, and I love that there is the tiniest bit of sparkle, the mohair. It's very, very beautiful. So I think I'm going to knit a version inspired by this play on texture, but I'm going to knit the smaller version because it's really too big. It's super big, and I wouldn't know what to do about it or how to wear it, or I mean, unless it's for staying put on the couch watching Netflix would be perfect. It's like a blanket. It's a schlanket, to quote Mr. Westnitz. Okay, so while I'm at it, the test for this baby. For the English version, I think I still have a bit of work to do about it. So the test will go out next week. I will talk about it in the next episode. For the French version, the test went out. The test offering the test proposition went out on Friday. So that's the 27th. But I think it will be beginning of December for you guys, because I still have work to do on the English version. It's not my design, it's by a French designer, Florence Floconitz, but she requested my help to work a bit on the English version, and I still have a bit of work to do on the English version, but it will soon be available for testing. And while we're talking about testing, thank you so much to the 2 ladies that volunteered to test my sock pattern. The English version of the pattern should be with you very soon. Thank you so much to both of you. That's Yvette and Anne. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. The socks. Last episode I showed you some kits for very Christmassy socks, and boy did you love it. I think the most Christmassy one with the off-white main skin and red and green, everything sold out in minutes. So thank you very much. I'm going to open pre-orders for those colorways, the 2 that sold out very quickly. I still have a couple of the other alternative color association, that's this one. So I still have a couple of kits in the shop for this one, so I won't be opening pre-orders yet, unless unless it goes out sorry, I'm searching for my words, unless it sells out very quickly, but it's still in the shop. So I'm going to open pre-orders for the Christmassy one. Santa is coming to town. The one I've just shown you is I'll Have a Blue Christmas Without You, and I won't sing this week. And you might have noticed last week I had an itch to cast on for the socks, and that made me a bit, you know, not angry, but I didn't feel like knitting on my Slipstravaganza because I so wanted to cast on for the Christmas socks. So I decided to scratch the itch and cast on. And that was the best thing to do, because once I cast on, I was completely ready to go back to, I wanted to go back to my Slipstravaganza, so everybody was happy. And that little pattern is really, really cool because it knits up very quickly. I mean, in 1 hour I had the toe done with a bit of color work here, and then it's a simple stockinette stitch here. It's the BFL version, and it knits up super quickly. So I think that it's, yeah, 1 hour for the toe, and then maybe 1 hour and a half for the rest. And yeah, and I'm loving the woolly feeling of the BFL, and I'm really happy about the color combination. I think it works very well. Shortbread and ivy confetti together with chignon, and so I'm super happy about this. I'm really not the most experienced colorwork knitter you can come across, but it's not too bad, and it's not blocked yet, so I know that you shouldn't judge the quality of the colorwork when it has not been blocked yet. So I will reserve my judgment and see how it looks once it's blocked. So I'm opening pre-orders for this, both on BFL and Tweed, and for the other one, very Christmassy. Both are open in the shop if you want. Just one thing though. I said as much on the French version of the podcast. My custom orders portfolio, not portfolio, but you know, the number of custom orders I have to fulfill is quite high at the moment. So I really cannot guarantee that a delay under 3 weeks for dyed to order orders for dyed to order yarn. So it's not possible for me to go under 3 weeks. I really want to be able to be I want to be able to deliver on the delay I'm indicating, and 3 weeks for the time being has proven to be well, the usual, you know, turnover time I need to proceed your custom order requests. So it applies to the Christmas kits. For I know lots of you would like to have those by before Christmas or by Christmas, but I will do my best to dye them and have them sent by mid-December. But really I cannot guarantee that it will be with you for Christmas. I will maintain the 3 weeks delay on Etsy, and I will do my best, but you know, because of the sanitary crisis, the post is experiencing some delays as well. So unless you wish to choose a very speedy delivery option, I do not have that in the shop right now, but if you want, you can just, you know, send me an email on Etsy and we can find a solution if you wish to have your yarn for Christmas. There are always solutions, but it could be pricey. Just saying. So I really want to be completely transparent with you about that. So the pre-orders will be open, are open. Because you know, it's Monday for you, but bear in mind I cannot guarantee that it will be with you for Christmas. I'll do my best though. Okay, so that's it for the knitting. Actually, it's not bad because, I mean, you know, I've almost finished my Slipstravaganza and I've started my Christmas socks. So yeah, not bad at all. Now I wanted to share with you all the Emma Ball that's going to be in the shop on Monday. So that's in the shop right now for you. No yarn this week. I think it's the first podcast that I'm recording with no yarn, because all my dyeing capacity has been occupied with pre-orders, the gnome pre-orders, and also you were several to ask me some custom Slipstravaganza kits, and also all other good, very good and cool pre-orders. So I am very busy dyeing that for you. And I'm preparing something very cool that I think will be ready for next week. Fingers crossed. So no yarn this week, but a lot of Emma Ball goodies. So shall we start? I'll start with that one. This is a new series in the Emma Ball goodies in my shop. And it's called the Woolly Puffins, or Puffins in Jumpers. So I'm sorry for the lipstick. That one is mine, but I wanted to show it to you up close. It's so cute and whimsical, and I love it. So it's perfect for a coffee. It's a bit small for tea, in my opinion, but you know, it's Emma Ball is English, so if she thinks it's good enough for tea, that's good enough for me. She is the authority on that point. What is your opinion? Do you think it's big enough for tea? Usually when I drink tea, it's in not double, but at least 1/3 bigger. So what is your opinion? To me, it's perfect for coffee. So that beautiful mug comes in a beautiful box. So you can just, you know, keep it and put your, I don't know what, your goodies in that, your markers, your whatever you want. But it's a very beautiful cardboard box with the Woolly Puffins illustrations. So it comes in that, and so it's well protected during shipping. And I'm going to add extra protection to make sure it arrives to you in one piece. So those are in the shop, and it's the new series that I was talking to you about, the Woolly Puffins, and I have lots of goodies to show you with those little guys on it. Okay, so first I'm going to drop this baby. Actually, it's quite hot in my studio, podcast studio slash bedroom, because the heater is broken and it's either on full blast or it's cut off. So prior to record the podcast, I opened the windows and I just closed the heater, but it takes some time to cool down, and so it's quite hot actually. I must think about turning the heater off long before I start filming the podcast, and that way the temperature will be more sweater friendly, and maybe I will sport my love knot one day. But for the time being, it's way too hot in here to wear my love knot. So in the shop there is a restock on this tote bag. So it's not a sash, it's insulation, and that's completely true. And the other tote bag that I'm introducing today in the Woolly Puffins series is this one, which is so cute, and the message is I bloomin' love knitting. And you see it's a little puffin knitting a scarf. So you'll find those two in the shop. I've decided not to bring back the beautiful ram. Knitting is my happy place this time around, but don't worry, it will be back, I think next month or... Okay, so that's for the tote bags. Then I have all the little papery things. That one is still in the shop, so it's the little notebook with a hardcover and the illustration inside. It's lined, so there is a couple of them left in the shop, but I wanted to show it to you because you have the woolly puffin version of this notebook, except it's not a notebook, it's a yearly planner. And what's very cool about that is it's a permanent planner. It means that it's you who writes down the write down the, you know, the month. You select the month and you write down the dates. You don't have, if you want to skip time, you can. And this is how it looks inside. So you have the you just have to cycle the month and then write down the dates and the things you have to do, and it's pretty simple and straightforward, but I think very useful, and it's cute. And inside the cover it's feral. It's so cute. There you go. So this is in the shop, and I have another one for you. I really like when it's, you know, with rings here, because it can remain open very easily, so I think it's very practical. And this one is also a permanent planner, but only with 2 pages. I mean, there is a lot of pages obviously, but 2 designs, only 2 layouts. Okay, so you have notes, things to do, and then a little page for your week. And I think, to me, it's the perfect planner to keep track of projects when you need to, you know, when you need to come up with a plan to finish a huge project because you are that close to giving it up because you want to knit something Christmassy and the side project is too Halloweenie. That's the perfect tool to write down how many rows you still have to knit, and then to distribute those rows during the week to make sure you're finished. And you can even, you know, write down that ha, you've done it, you have an advance of 2 rows. So as you see, I was supposed to start binding off today. No, tomorrow, but because I was a good girl, I'm able to start the bind off today. Actually, I have a last row to finish, but I will definitely start the bind off today. So that's the perfect companion if you want to be productive with your knitting. Especially during this time of year. I mean, you have to keep on track if you want to, you know, offer knitted things for Christmas. So yeah, perfect tool. Then there is a restock on this lovely jotter. So it's a knitting project jotter with you know, little information, useful information. You have the grid and the lines. You even have a little space to mark your gauge. So it's lovely, and you have the equivalent with the woolly puffins. One is crocheting, one is knitting, one is losing his ball of yarns, and one is juggling, like we all do, right? So just, you know, perfect to keep track of your projects. I really love this one as well, that little guy. I wish they had a pin for him. Okay, talking about pins. So there is a restock. You still have in the shop the little sheeps in the blue and green sweater, and the big guy in red is back. Yep. My favorite. And as I said, I would really much like that they put the guy in yellow as well for the pins. I love that guy. Okay, and the equivalent for the woolly puffins is the one on the bag, because you know it's always cool to have the pin coordinated to your tote bag. So cool. And then you have the two little puffins in jumpers. I love them. Okay. Then notions. The markers are back in stock as well. So that's the sheep. Okay, so the same as for the pins, actually. Green guy, blue guy. And then you have also some really cute little puffins. Yes, we have, no, we're missing one. Wait for it. Yeah, a green one. Yes. Okay. So there are three, each time it's three drawings, and two of them, each time two of them in the set. And there are 6 markers in each set. Then the little boxes. So in that one I've started to put my, you know, I've started to remove the markers from my Slipstravaganza on the last row, so I've started to put them in this little box. So this box is back in stock, and this is the companion for the woolly puffins, and the small one. I'm sorry, I think I messed up my order. I wanted to put some little boxes like this with the sheep design, and I think I messed up my orders, and there are only puffins this time around, but I will order some more next time. Okay, and to go along with the mug, you have this lovely coaster and the tea tidy. And the sheep coaster and tea tidy are back in stock as well. Then for the bags. So yeah, I still have a couple of gauges, needle gauges in the shop with the sheep design. The gauge exists with the woolly puffin designs, but I didn't buy it this time around. Do not hesitate to let me know if this is something you'd like to see in the shop. I didn't know if you'd like to see that in the shop, so I'm going to order Emma Ball, I think, quite regularly from now on, so do not hesitate to let me know if you'd like to see something else, like this guy, but, you know, woolly puffin. So the little purse is back also. It's printed on both sides, and the equivalent for the puffins is here, and I think it's really lovely. Okay, so this, you see that for the sheep it's red zipper and red stockinette inside, and for the puffins it's blue, light blue, and light blue stockinette inside, and it's the same lining for every item, for every bag in the series. So my Christmas sock, he's living in my sheep in sweaters little pouch, and this is the puffins pouch. It's gorgeous. It's so cute, so cute. And the last bag The big bag, big project bag is back in stock for the woolly, for the, shipping sweaters. And this is the woolly puffin. Sorry about that. I have a, a big thing on my knees to have all this inside and show it to you, and I'm just blocking it with my elbows. And this is the woolly puffins version of the project bag. It's very big. I mean, it's definitely big enough for a sweater. So it's a drawstring bag with a handle and the same fabric inside, the light blue stockinette fabric. Okay, so last thing I want to show you are the cards. So I didn't buy, again I messed up, sorry about that. I didn't have any other sheep cards. I will order some next time, but I do have some beautiful woolly puffins cards, and the design is really cute. And I have in very limited quantities, because it was, I think, sold out on the website, these very cool Christmas cards. So the first one is this one. As you see, it comes with a little bubble, an ornament to put in your tree. So it says, it reads, "Merry Christmas to you," and it's just a you with, a scarf and a hat. It's lovely. Then I have this woolly puffin Merry Christmas card with the bubble as well to put in your tree. Merry Christmas. So cute. And my favorite is that one. I love everything about it. I mean, the puffins are darlings. The sweaters are gorgeous. I just want one like this for me. And the colors and the overall feel is very festive, and it's really lovely. So it says, "Wishing you a very Merry Christmas." So very limited quantities, guys. Now I don't think I will be ordering any more, because it's clearly Christmas, and yeah, it would be too late there afterwards. And that's it for Emma Ball. So I'm so loving this series. I mean, I'm Emma Balling everything right now. All my ongoing projects are, all my active work in progress are in Emma Ball's bags and pouches and tote bags. It's really cute. It's really cute. So no yarn this week, but I have something I want to show you. It's a new yarn in the shop. I am not sure if I'm going to put it in my regular basis or not, but I wanted to share it with you because it's quite exceptional. This is the Mercache fingering base. It's a 2-ply yarn, very luxurious 2-ply yarn. It's very soft with a very lovely halo, and it's due to the composition, because the composition is 75% merino superwash, 15% silk, and 10% cashmere, and it's gorgeous. It's very soft. It would be perfect for lace, for example. And it's a very plump. It's so plump. You'd swear it's a sport weight, but no, it's a fingering weight. It's 400 meters for 100 grams, and the colorway is Sweetie, but not your regular Sweetie, because Sweetie is a regular colorway of mine, but this time around it was not done on purpose, but it's an exertion colorway that just looks like Sweetie exactly. It's a look-alike, sorry. So it wasn't made on purpose, but I think it's just so funny to see that one of my regular colorways could be achieved by, you know, mixing any sorts of dye powder in a dye bath, and ta-da! it's also the proof that it is possible to reproduce some exhaustion colorways, because I mean, yeah. So it's a pink beige, yes. It's very lovely and it's quite unique. What I think I'll do, I'll let you know when it's the case, but I don't think I'm going to dye regularly that base and offer it in the shop, because it's quite pricey. It's 29 euros for one skein. But what I'm going to do is, you know, just have a couple with me, like 10. Oh, sorry about that. Just to have some with me. And if you wish to order some for you, for a special project or anything, I will have a bit in stock, just to, you know, for a custom order. So that's what I think I'm going to do. I really want to try it as well. I have not knitted it yet, but I definitely want to try and knit something with it. I don't know why yet, but those will stay in the shop. Okay, and the last thing I wanted to share with you is I've been really busy preparing some, you know, pages for the website, because I have not yet 1 year of dyeing yarn for my shop on Etsy, but I've been developing my business quite well, and I'd like to have some pages available on my website to, you know, if you're looking for an information on the bases, on the colors, on my dyeing process, my values, things like that. So I'm working on that behind the scenes. I'm making progress. Next week I should be able to share with you the page on which I have all the bases I have in the shop regularly. Then I'm hoping to have the pages on the process, on the dyeing process, and the colorways available at the latest by the end of the year, and start 2021 fresh with those tools, because I think it's important for you guys to be able to identify a starting point when you ask me some custom orders. So all the colors will, the page with all the colors will help you do that. But it's quite difficult for me to do something like that, because I'm always coming up with new colors. So this is mainly, I think it's going to be Tricot stitch most popular colorways, and the ones I'm obviously dyeing very often for you guys, the one you love the most, the one I love the most, yeah, the basics, and then I will work from there. And it's like I've made an audit of all the colors I've dyed since I've started dyeing, and some are going to be retired, some are going to be put to the in the light again, because I mean, they were forgotten, but they're gorgeous. So yeah, it's an important work. It's something that I'm really enjoying. And I'm working on it bit by bit, and really I hope it will be done by the end of the year. For you, it's going to be awesome, because I've had lots of requests recently about the yarns I'm offering in the shop, about the colors. So for the time being, I have some bits and pieces of information scattered everywhere, but it will be good when it's complete and available in the same place. And yeah, so that's the plan. I still have to do some work about it, but yeah, next week I think the bases will be ready, and then it will be the colors. That's it for this week. I hope you had a lovely time with me, and fingers crossed I will be able to spot my Slipstravaganza next week. Yes! And I will have so much time to knit something else. Wow! So take care, guys. Stay safe and talk to you next week. Okay? Bye bye.